Well, ever since we got our new paint job done on our mobile home, this little rusty strip of metal down here has been standing out and not looking good. Eventually, we're going to do something around the bottom of this house. But for now, we're going to start by getting that painted so it stops rusting and just blends away. All right, so now we're gonna hit it with some black. It starts blowing wind every time.
Every time, as soon as you start, right?
Yep. If this overspray stands out, don't worry, we do have some black left over. We can touch it up. We can hit that really quick with a little roller. It'd be nothing. We just want to stop this from rusting and looking bad on the front of the house for now. Okay, so that was a really bad idea to spray paint on a windy day. We were just trying to clean up the rust out there and make the front of the home look a little better for the time being. But I ended up getting spray paint all over me. I was so sticky, it's in my beard, it's in my nose, and terrible idea. So let's move on from that disaster. And I think I'm gonna try to work on the ceiling again. I was feeling pretty demotivated, but now I think we can handle this. We left off with just this little bit of ceiling left. 70 3/4, I think.
Yep.
Get the red marker ready so we can just flow right into it. Can you get that lined up? Oh, I see it. So we keep getting the question, how do I know where to cut my light boxes after I put the boards on the ceiling? I just find right here it's going to be a recessed fixture. So I just measure over to the center of it, and it doesn't have to be precise. Right there is about 31. It could be 31, 32, it doesn't matter. I just said 31. And then I come from the wall, 36. That's about the center of this opening. And then before I put the board up, I measure over from the proper side, depending on how it's going on the ceiling. I got my 31 by 36 from the wall. So I just put a mark on there, X, circle around it. That tells me that's the center of my light box. And that's where I'm gonna plunge cut my roto tool to cut out that opening. And I'll basically just work my way out until I find the metal and make a opening. So it's just about marking the center. This one's ready to go up.
Okay.
Let me see where the edge is. Because I'm still, not perfect. You still tight?
I am, yeah. Good.
Hi, Dada. How you doing?
Well, the first sheet is off to a rough start, but I think we got it.
We did it. Definitely did it.
This bay is easy because there's no lights, nothing to mark. Whoa! Let me turn around.
It's in. Sitting in there.
Oh, something weird's going on. Where'd the cord go?
It's in.
I gotta come over, but okay. Push me to the wall. Oh. Where's the edge? Okay, right there.
It's in.
Just finished the last piece. This is looking so good. And it's actually really surprising because we weren't even expecting to come over and do this today. But look at this. It looks done, but there is one more thing we got to do. Because we still have this little strip up here that we have to complete at the end. We were waiting until the end because we were going to use some cutoffs from the other end of the house. We got those all cut and marked and ready to go. And all we got to try to do is stuff this full of insulation so we can get those up tonight before we lose light. And even though it looks bright out, we are losing light in here. So we're going to get working, try to get this done. We're hoping we can have this ceiling 100% finished tonight. And think about that. We are done with the ceiling. We can start the wall framing after this. Quick update. We got one side done. Now we're going to turn it around. Guys, it's getting too dark. I can't show you what's going on. We're on the last piece right now. We had to stop by this morning to show you guys the completed ceiling. We got it all done. It's all sealed up, minus, you know, all the weird stuff. So with that said, I think it's time to do another cleanup. We got to get all this stuff off the floor so we can blow the sawdust out of here. We're going to keep making a mess, but we got to start over every once in a while. So we actually ended up with 2 extra sheets of ceiling. Somehow we didn't need those. So we're going to put those aside for now. Might return them, might just hold on to them. We have extra insulation, which we are going to end up using in the ends at those gable ends. We have to stuff a lot of insulation up there. I'm sure we're going to go through that and more, just filling those up. So no worries there, but this is actually going to come in handy. I'm going to bring a piece of this home for a project at home. So we got it all cleaned up and brought in some more supplies for the next stage of the job, and that is going to be our first wall, the one I was telling you about. I bought some plywood because we're going to make this a sheer wall. So after it's all built, I'm going to put plywood on this side, and that's going to be hidden under the final wall covering. But it's going to add a lot of strength right in the center of the home to stiffen it up so it can't do this. Right now, if I shake these walls, I actually can feel it wobble. We're going to get rid of that wobble. But I think first I'm going to run outside and continue on prettying up the bottom side of the mobile home. The spray paint on the front is dry. That looks better than a rusty piece of metal. I know eventually we probably should get something proper around the bottom of the house. And we've had a lot of questions about, are we going to be putting skirting on the home? Because after we painted it, well, it seemed like something was missing. But here's the problem. I still have to run all the electric and all the plumbing under the floor of this home. And I also have to seal up the bottom side of the home for moisture and bugs and air. So we're going to be putting some kind of underbelly on. All that work would be a lot harder if I put skirting on, because it's going to be closed in, dark, creepy, full of spiders. I don't want that. So we're going to leave the home open underneath until we get everything done underneath. All the electrical, all the plumbing, everything done. Then we can close it up. But I know you guys want it to look pretty out there. So we have a plan of how to fancy up the mobile home without closing it off, leaving it easy to access for us to do our work. The first thing we have to do is disguise these ugly blocks. Nobody wants to see big plain cinder blocks from outside the home. So we're gonna go ahead and stain these black. I like the giant gust of wind that comes.
I just noticed that. Why does it always happen? That's snazzy.
That's good. I don't want
And
to
it makes
waste
it like look at it. It disappears into the dirt.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I don't mind climbing around. I just don't want to get the extension cord wrapped around everything. So I'm going to try to keep it.
Try to be aware of what it's doing.
That looks good. This is a concrete stain, stained in black. So black blocks. That's gonna look cool. You won't even see them. It'll look like it's floating. We're gonna have a levitating home. Ooh!
What?
Look at all this. You want me to stain the mud daubers?
No.
If you guys ever see these mud nests made by those mud dauber wasps, you should break one open and see what's inside. You'll be surprised. They stuff them full of spiders. The wasps actually carry spiders into here and they case them in mud to feed their babies that they lay in there. And when you break them open, you'll just see all these limp green spiders falling out. The fresher, the better. Well, these already hatched. You can see all these little cocoons in here. So there's nothing. Oop, there's a pocket full of spiders that didn't get eaten. Look it, look it. Here's the spiders.
Ooh. Those are fresh.
Yep.
They're
They didn't
still
get
using
eaten.
That.
And these spiders are all moving right now. Their legs are twitching. They're all still alive. I think they numb them, they sting them, and they paralyze them, and they stick them in here. Can you see them okay? And they stick them in there to be eaten. I can't believe that one's still crawling around with its legs moving.
The one in the thing?
Yep.
All the pieces to make?
No, they're fine right where they are. Don't worry guys, none of these piers are actually doing anything. It's just for decoration. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I think they say to clean the blocks first.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
The guy at the store tried talking me out of staying. He really wanted me to buy the masonry paint. I insisted. I don't know why employees at the store always want to talk you out of buying stuff, but
We didn't want paint because...
paint over dirt, not going to happen. Stain has a much better chance of getting into the block where I want it.
Yeah.
This is looking sharp. From here in person, with all those blocks black, it's looking cool. Like it does make it look finished in a way. It looks better than just seeing a home stacked on blocks. So I am liking that, but it still feels like it's missing something. You ever look at a mobile home and think that needs something special, little bling? Me neither, but we're gonna do it anyway. Ready? I wish I could capture this for you guys in like real life, because now the trailer has that little spark that it needed and it has a proper skirt. Now our house looks like a parade float, and that's either a good thing or a bad thing, but we like it. We're just having some fun. You guys wanted a skirt on the home, so we got one quick and easy, and now we can get under there and still do our work. Again, you probably have never seen a mobile home with a Fringe skirt. And it actually looks really cool with this little light breeze that we have right here, sparkling and glittering. I was afraid starting this project. You know, I didn't want to get too gaudy, but it came out better than I expected. I'm happy with it. So we're gonna wrap it up, get these windows shut and go home. We're done. This is a good stopping point. And I think, and this is like the crowning achievement right now. This feels like celebration for finishing the ceiling. And what better way to celebrate than with some festive decorations.
Yep.
And
Plus we did the roof, plus we did the paint job. It's like everything's tying together.
big steps, big accomplishments. The house is looking awesome. We're gonna start framing up the walls soon, but I think we have to go home and do a little work at our main house because I'm gonna use some of this leftover insulation and some building materials to start fixing a project I'll show you later. So we'll work on that. We're gonna bounce back and forth, but guys, I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. And I love those black blocks under there.
Yeah.
I mean, for just a fun side project, that's pretty cool. It's floating. We have a levitating trailer. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And until next time, take care.
Bye.